name's Sharon and my channel's Budget Crafty Mama. Over the next week or so I'm going to be working through some stuff that I've been making. I've been making sets for baby shower gifts. What the set comprises of is the baby blanket, some burp cloths. So each set's got 3 burp cloths, so these are like a little shaped burp cloth for putting over your shoulder when you're winding a baby and burping them, so you don't end up with sick all down you. They can also be used as a little bit of a discreet cover when you're breastfeeding. So they've sort of got a bit of a dual purpose. So the sets have 3 of those in them. Then they have these gorgeous little dribble bibs that are shaped like a little bandana. And again, each set's got 3 of those in them. And then each set will also have a set of 3 feed-in bibs. So these make great baby shower gifts for new mums. And then they will also have a little taggy cloth. These have got like the ribbons on for the babies to play with. And I've made some with some brighter coloured ribbons on. And this one, these have also got these little plastic clips on to clip it onto the push chair, and a little wooden teething ring on. So over the next sort of week or so I'm going to work through how to make all of these bits and pieces, so that you can make a complete baby shower gift. Now obviously if you haven't got time to make one or just haven't got the inclination, you can always just pop over to my website budgetcraftymama.com and purchase a set off there. Or I'm going to be putting the fabric that I've been using to make these on the website. This one's pretty cute. It's got lions and hippos and elephants and crocodiles, monkeys on it. So I'm going to be popping some of this fabric on the website, or you can go over and you can buy a complete set ready made. So today we're going to be continuing with the baby shower set, and we're going to be working on these cute adorable little dribble bibs. These are made with Winceyette, and I've put terry tiling on the back so it's nice and absorbent. So without further ado, we'll get started on those. Right, so now I'm going to do the bandana. I'm going to do that in the same fabric I did the bib in, and again I'm just going to fold it. Just trying to get this level. As you can see, I've been using this to make a lot of bits and pieces with. I'm just going to level it off. Just going to make sure I've got enough room on there to put my template. I'm just going to level that off a little bit and just pop my template on there like that. And again, I'm just going to pin it. This, as you can see on the fold, I'm just going to pin there. Don't need to put many pins in this one. It's all straight lines, easy to cut. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut straight up there. And there you go. And then you just take the pins out of there. And then it's exactly the same process as you'd be doing for the bib. I'm just going to lay some terry tiling down. And then I'm just going to put this right sides down onto the terry tiling. Make sure it's all in, and then I'm just going to pin all the way around. I'm not going to bother cutting around this properly. I'm just going to cut off the big excess, because I've got to sit and trim around this very carefully once I've sewn it. I just wanted to take some of the bulk off it. So there you go. So that's that pinned on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to go round. Let me just get the fabric pen. And I'm just going to sew from here right the way round, all the way round, all the way around the curves. I'm going to pivot at all the points, and sew all the way round and back down to about here. So don't worry about that pen, it's a fabric pen, it's removed with heat. So I'm just going to leave that much space to turn it. So I'm just going to take that to the machine then, and I'm just going to do that one. Right, so as you can see, I've got my little marks that I've made on it. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to work all the way around, and I'm going to finish there and leave my gap for turning. And I'm just going to put my needle down, and I'm just going to take a couple of stitches forward and then a couple of stitches back. And then I'm just going to pivot it, and I'm just going to sew sort of straight to the edge and back again, and that just helps make it easier when you turn it. It will fold under a little bit easier for the turning. And then I'm just going to turn it around and just sew straight then, sew all the way around, remembering to take my pins out before I get to them. And then I'm just going to pivot, leave the needle down and pivot. And you just keep going until you come round to that other line that you've drawn. And then I'm just going to back stitch a couple of stitches, forward a couple, and then I'm just going to sew off the edge again like I did last time, just sort of 2 or 3 stitches, just to make it easier when you turn it. It will automatically fold that little bit under. I'll just trim all those threads off now. And then I'm just going to get a pair of scissors. Right, so we've sewn all the way around the edge. Now we're just going to clip it up. And again, I'm just going to clip there and clip there, because that's my opening. I want to leave more there. And then I'm just going to trim reasonably close to my stitching, but not so close that I'm going to go through it. I'm just going to clip the corners as I go round, just making sure that I'm just taking the corners off as I go round as well. Clip up there to where we started, and then I'm just going to make sure that I've just clipped that point so that it's going to turn nicely. And I'm just going to cut some of this excess off, and I'm just going to leave a little bit more on there where we're going to be turning it. And then I'm just going to go in through the hole. I'm going to go to the furthest end, feed my thumb up into the corner, put my finger on, and then I'm just going to verse it out through the hole. There we go. And I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to do the same with that one. And pull it out. There we go. And then I'm just going to use the chopstick to just push those corners out a little bit. Push my point out. And push that corner out. And then I'm just going to go all the way along the top. Just push that out, and then I'm just going to get the iron out, and I'm just going to give that an iron. do love this cordless iron. It's so much easier. I can just leave the base plate plugged in permanently, and then when I just want to use the iron I can just pop it into the base plate and it heats up in seconds. I'm going to fiddle about trying to find the plug and plug it in, and there we go, and that's that done. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the sewing machine and I'm just going to top stitch all the way around there. Right, so I'm going to start down at the point because I just find that the easiest bit to do. I'm just going to back stitch a couple of stitches. And then I'm just going to top stitch this all the way around. Pivot, and I'm just going to do a couple of stitches up and a couple of stitches back on that first part that I did. Right, so all that's left to do now is to put the poppers on, and then that's finished. Right, we're just going to give this a little bit of a press just to make the seams, top stitching, relax and sit nicely. And then we're going to add the poppers onto it. Right, so to do this, I've got some poppers and I've got some really nice colourful ones. I've got a little tool that's used for poking the holes. I don't know if you can see, it's got quite a sharp little point to it for making the holes in the fabric. And then this little tool for attaching the poppers on. Now with these, because they've got such bright colours, I'm going to do the poppers different colours in the colours that are actually on here. So what you do is on one side, so you'll need two of one sort of fitting. So I've got two of the male fittings. I don't know if you can see them, where they sort of point out a little bit. And then I've got one female fitting. So the female fitting is going to go on the end on its own. And I'm just going to decide roughly where I want that. I'm just going to poke a hole through. And then this piece goes through that hole. So you've got the flat piece on the outside. You can see that. And then you're going to put female piece on the inside, and then you just use your little tool over it and you just clamp it shut, and that will fix that into place. And then on the other side, because this is going to go like a pattern like this, you want to put them the other way around. So whereas this has got the smooth bit on the pattern side, on this side you want to put the smooth bit on this side, so that it's you're able to do it up. So you need to do it kind of the other way round. I'm going to pop that through there. Pop that on there. And then squeeze. See, you've got your popper on there, and that will pop nicely. And then I'm just going to put the other one sort of about an inch away, and this just means that you can alter the size around the baby's neck. You can put it on this one for when they're very small, but then you can move it out as they get a bit bigger. Put that on there. Clamp it down. Very hard trying to keep this on camera. You can see that's on there as well. So we've got three nice bright colourful clips to go with the bandana, so you've got, just check that they clip and they come undone nicely. There you go. And there's your baby bandana. And they are so cute. So, yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed me making this video. If you have, please press the like button and subscribe. That would really help my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.